What is going on, YouTube? Today I want to talk to you about a deck that I really enjoy playing. This is going to be how to play DDD. We're going to talk about the deck, the cards, the combos. I'm going to show you the combos. We're going to go through them. I've gotten this deck to Master 5 easy. It's been used. People have been using it more frequently than recently. I've seen it popping up a lot. A player just recently got into the top 8 of the Master Duel Meta Weekly.
8,600 damage in the field, and just like that, advancing into the top 8 grand finale video, Jungle Man with triple D. Get sucking.
So with that, I think people might be looking up combo guides for the deck or be interested on how to play it. Basically what we want to do is this deck wants to go first and put up an unbreakable board. It's you can put up 8 interruptions, maybe even more. Let's say 6, 7, 8 interruptions in engine plus hand traps. And the way we're going to do that is by using the Wave High King Caesar, which says when a spell or trap card or monster effect is activated that includes an effect that special summons a monster, quick effect, you can detach one material from this card and negate the activation. Note, this card doesn't say once per turn. It doesn't even say once per chain. You can activate this card twice in the same chain. Now on the other hand, we have DDD Divisor King Deus MAXX, which does say
get sucking
once per chain when a monster card your opponent controls activates its effect, quick effect, you can either detach 2 materials from this card or destroy 1 dark contract you control, and if you do, attach that opponent's card to this card as material. Now note that the way that it says once per chain when a monster card your opponent controls activates its effect, that can also be your opponent activating a monster as a pendulum scale. So I guess Konami wanting this to be a superior pendulum deck, if you had a pendulum versus pendulum, this Divisor King, the MAXX, is going to be able to suck up the opponent's pendulum scales when they activate them. So you've got 2 special summon negates here. We're going to get sucking, so you can suck once for every contract that you have. That's your consistency cards, your dark contract with the gate. We have a dark contract with the Swamp King, and that's used to fusion summon the gate searches. We're going to talk about all that. You've also got the dark contract with patent license, but we're going to get there. So you can pop one of those and get a suck a material up, and now that you have 2 materials on that MAXX, that's going to give you a second suck. So you get 1 suck for your pop in your contract, second suck on your, because you have 2 materials. Now it's not uncommon where you could have both contracts up on the field, and that would give you 4 sucks. So your end board could be Caesar with 2 negates, MAXX with 4 sucks, where we might have DD Headhunt, where the DD Headhunt is a free enemy controller and an imperm, so we're going to take control of the opponent's monster and negate its effects. Now if you were to headhunt a majority of decks normal summon, say they normal summon a monster effect and you headhunt it, that game's basically over. There are ways that they can extend through that, but good luck. Other in-engine interruptions is the DD Cursed King Siegfried. This is a targeting spell trap negate on the opponent's turn. So what you can do is say you have this cross out designator face down and your opponent activates droplet. Well, I guess if you could cross out a droplet, but let's say you don't play the droplet and you do have the Cursed King Siegfried on the field. Same thing with a Dark Ruler no more. You can't respond to the Dark Ruler with monster effects, and you can't respond to the droplet with the type of card that your opponent sends. So if they say they send a monster for the droplet, or they activate a Dark Ruler, you can chain your cross out and banish Dark Ruler if you have it. Or you chain the cross out and then you are able to chain the Siegfried, targeting the gate target negate the opponent's droplet. I actually have a video of that. I'll try and throw that on there. Hopefully you enjoy that. So that's it. I think there might be something else here that I might have missed, but the Flame High King Genghis is a spell trap negate on our turn. Once per your turn, when a spell / trap card or its effect is activated, you can negate the activation. Some people are playing the Super Doom King Bright Armageddon, and that's going to protect all of our monsters from targeting. Give you targeting protection. You cannot be targeted. And as far as end board interruptions, what the main goal is with this deck, I think that's everything that you need to know. Really, this is really just the beginning. We could spend so much time talking about this deck. We won't. We're going to get right into this here. We're going to look at some combos. I'm going to walk you through them. And yeah, if you enjoy this video, hit that like button. Consider subscribing for more. I'm streaming this deck on Twitch all the time. DDD Gaming. I love it. Links in the description. Check it out. All right, here we are. We're going to start this off with a 1-card Kepler combo. I'm going to try and keep this really simple for you. What we're going to do is we're going to start off summon the Kepler. Kepler searching for Dark Contract with the Gate. Gate is going to get Griffin. So we got the Gate. We're searching for Griffin. Griffin's going to special summon itself from the hand because we control the DD monster. We're going to use both of them to link summon Gilgamesh, and that's going to set our pendulum scales from the deck. Because we have a level 1 and a level 4, we're going to use pendulum scales Zero King Rage and Cerberus. Cerberus will change our level 1 into a level 4. There's the Zero King Rage and the Cerberus. So now we're changing our scales. I'm sorry, we're changing the level of our monsters. We can activate the Griffin effect here to discard any DD or a contract and draw. Just an example of that. Nothing crazy here. You don't have to do that. Kepler, we're using the Cerberus to change the Kepler to a level 4. Now we exceed summon. This is a big checkpoint in the deck. So what basically the goal is, we want to get 2 DDs, preferably 2 level 4s. Or we're going to use our pendulum scale to manipulate our levels so that we have 2 level 4s and we exceed summon. We're going to rank up exceeds, King Tell effect. We're going to detach a material, target a monster on the field, and reduce its attack by 1,000 and burn the opponent for 1,000. So we target ourselves, detach, burning. Now we are going to link summon using the King Tell and the Gilgamesh. Summon another Gilgamesh. This is going to activate the King Tell's floating effect to send Necro Slime from the deck to the grave. The Necro Slime, we're going to use that effect in the grave to fusion summon our level 6 Flame King Genghis. Flame King Genghis is going to have the effect that when we special summon a DD monster, we're going to be able to special summon a DD from the grave. So we're going to use the Gilgamesh to exceed summon MAXX, and the MAXX you can use 1 triple D monster to summon the MAXX. Now, Genghis, we're going to summon Wave King Caesar, the small Caesar from the graveyard, using the Caesar and the Gilgamesh to link summon. I'm sorry, using the Caesar and the MAXX to link summon another Gilgamesh. That's going to activate the Caesar's floating effect, which is like the King Tell, but we're going to add a contract to our hand. We are adding the Dark Contract with a Swamp King to fusion summon our 2nd level 6 Genghis. This is the whole goal here. We summon 2 level 6 Genghises. We're fusion summoning by banishing material. You're going to learn what you want to banish, what you don't want to banish. The Gilgamesh and the Kepler, they're fine. We're not going to need them later. So we're going to fusion summon. Now, here's where we exceed. Wave High King Caesar, rank 6, 2 special summon negates, and now we're going to do our final summon. That's the MAXX using the Gilgamesh. And let's see what this... We're not going to include this imperm in this end board, but what would this be? The Wave High King Caesar, 2 special summon negates, and the MAXX can do 4 sucks like we were talking about before. Sucking. Wave High King Caesar, I'm sorry. The MAXX, pop a contract, suck up a material. That would be 2 materials. and pop another contract, suck up a material. 3. Now we detach 2 materials to get sucking. That still leaves us with 2 materials, and then our final suck, that's 4. You're gonna get sucking. So I think that is good, and we should be able to move on to the next combo here. And this still leaves 4 cards in our hand. Right here, right now, live, I'm gonna show you what you would do with a 1-card dark contract combo. This I don't really play because it requires the Lamia, which is a brick. But we're going to add to our hand Copernicus. This is a 1-card contract combo. Now that we have the Nightmare Throne, you don't need to do this anymore. I feel that the Nightmare Throne improves the consistency, so we don't need the Lamia. But again, I'm going to show you how to do it. We're sending the Lamia to the grave with the effect of the Copernicus, and now we're going to Lamia effect, send that contract, and special summon it from the grave. And we're going to use them both to link summon, but you're going to say, hey, DW, how are we going to like see summon if we don't have 2 level 4s? Well, wow. I was going to say we're going to use Tomas, but because we already have Tomas in the hand, I'm going to have to show you another trick that we would do. Now, we're just going to need a different low scale. We were going to pop the Griffin anyway. What we would do is scale the Griffin and Tomas, but we already have the Tomas in our hand, so we're going to do Orthros and Griffin. Now we're answering a different question here. What do you do if you already have Tomas in the hand? You're going to think, but I'm bricked up. We're going to Griffin effect. It targets a DD, powers it up, boost, and it pops itself so that we can open up our scale to place the Tomas. What we would have done is we would pendulum summon, then pop the Griffin. We would pendulum summon just the 1 Copernicus, then we'd pop the Griffin. The Tomas would add the Griffin to our hand, and then we could simply Griffin effect, special summon it. So that would actually be happening after this pendulum summon that we did. You know what I'm saying? And now we're just free to exceed summon. We got 2 level 4s. We used the Griffin effect as a pendulum scale to pop itself after we pendulum summoned the Copernicus, and then we used the Tomas to add it back to our hand, and then the Griffin allows us to special summon it. Now it's just like a regular combo. We're gonna rank up King Tell, send Necro Slime. We're sending that Necro Slime. Now we fusion summon. Now we're using the Genghis to bring back the little rank 4 Caesar. We're going to use that Caesar to link summon. Its floating effect is going to activate, searching for a dark contract. And this is how we get our second level 6 to do our Exceed summon. This end board is 2 special summon negates and 2 sucks. Now, this is what we would do if we had a Copernicus plus any level 4 DD. Without the Lamia, we summon Copernicus. Its effect is going to send Swirl Slime. Swirl Slime, we can banish that from the graveyard to summon our any level 4 DD, or you could summon a Kepler, get a contract, then search for a Griffin. But we have 2 level 4s. If you're paying attention to the video at this point, you should understand what we're doing and what we're trying to, where we're trying to go here. We got 2 level 4s. We're using Orthros and Ragnarok as pendulum scales because the Orthros gives us a pop, the Ragnarok gives us an extension later. You know what to do when you got 2 level 4s. Now, because we're watching so many combos, we're skipping right through that one. You know what to do when you got 2 level 4s. If you don't, you're going to understand what to do when we're done with this one. So this is Copernicus plus a level 4 and a fusion contract. So we got lucky, we had the fusion contract, we don't need to search for it, we're kind of freestyling here. Copernicus is sending the Necro Slime. So Copernicus plays right through a Imperm or Ash. If you have a Imperm or Veiler playing against DDD, you want to Imperm or Veiler, you want to negate the Link monster, because we're playing right through the Copernicus. Later on, if the Copernicus was negated, we would send the Necro Slime with our King Tell, the rank 5 Xyz monster. So you know what to do here. We are now going to Link Summon Gilgamesh, setting the scales. Pendulum scales are going to be Orthros and Ragnarok. Orthros gives a pop, Ragnarok gives an extension. We're going to summon from the grave later. Griffin and Copernicus special summoned, Pendulum summoned from the extra deck. You don't want a Griffin here because we would be discarding our Dark Contract, and you need that. So here we are. Xyz summon, rank 4, Wave King Caesar, and we are debating on, are we doing the rank up Xyz? What do we want to do here? We are going to rank up, I think. Yeah, we're going to rank this up into a King Tell. King Tell effect, target itself. We'll target any monster on the field and reduce its attack by 1,000. Then we burn the opponent for 1,000. So here's where it gets spicy. Hey, this is where you're going to start taking your notes. Orthros, Pendulum effect, target the King Tell and itself, pops them both. King Tell's floating effect in the graveyard. Because the Copernicus resolved earlier in the combo, we already sent the Necro Slime. This allows us to send Dark Contract with Patent License. So the Patent License says that when it goes to the graveyard, we're going to be able to add a DD or contract. I believe it's contract. We're going to add a DD from the extra deck or graveyard to our hand. So here's Dark Contract with a Patent License. It says if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 DD monster from your graveyard or 1 face-up DD Pendulum monster from your extra deck. So no, I'm sorry, it's not a contract from the grave. My bad, we got carried away there. You're only adding a monster from grave or extra deck face-up to the hand. We are going to be adding the Orthros that we just popped. Right on time for what we're about to do next. Now, Necro Slime effect in the graveyard. We're going to fusion summon, banishing the Necro Slime along with something else as material. I guess we'll do that Copernicus. Are we going to do the Copernicus? We're going to do that Copernicus. Took a moment to think there. Flame High King Genghis is here. Now, this is very important. Ragnarok has to be Chain Link 1 for this to work. It's going to have to do with the timing of the Orthros effect. So there may be a situation where you already had a Genghis on the field, or you had a Flame High King Genghis, and you could activate their effect first and then Chain Link 2 Ragnarok. No, in this situation, if you're summoning the Orthros from the hand, which we're about to do right now, Ragnarok must be Chain Link 1. So we got Ragnarok summoning Griffin from the graveyard. This is how we achieve the synchro summon of Siegfried. So we're summoning that Griffin from the graveyard. Griffin is here. Chain Link 1, Griffin searching. Chain Link 2, Genghis summoning from the grave the Little Caesar. Little Caesar is going to give us access to that Dark Contract with a Swamp King, but we already have the Dark Contract with a Swamp King. Just so I can further show you how to possibly extend in this situation, I'm going to get the King Tell. You would be getting Caesar, the Little Caesar. That would get you this contract, but we already have the contract. That's why this is Copernicus plus a level 4 with a fusion contract. Not really a combo you're going to run into a lot, but I just want to show you how far you can take the free-flowing combos in this deck and just keep adding things together to try to figure out what pluses and maximizes the most. So we're going to bring back that King Tell from the graveyard, and that we're going to use its floating effect when we link summon with it. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Chain Link 3 Orthros. This is what we were talking about before. This is why the Ragnarok has to be Chain Link 1. So the last thing that happened was us paying 1,000 life points for the resolution of that Ragnarok effect. So let's unwind this chain. Let's resolve this chain link. Orthros special summoning from the hand. Orthros special summon from the hand. Genghis special summon King Tell from the grave. That would be your Caesar. But we're getting a King Tell because we're built different. Griffin searching for Headhunt. That's adding another interruption to this end board. Now we're gonna synchro summon Cursed King Siegfried, level 8. And here we are. Dark Contract with a Swamp King. We're gonna fusion summon level 6 Genghis using the King Tell on the field, and we're banishing the little Caesar. Come forth and summon. Flame King Genghis is here. Now the King Tell's floating effect. We're going to send a DD or contract to the grave. We're going to send there's nothing left. What do you do? We're going to send the Vice Typhon. Some people are dropping this card, but I like this one. We Exceed summon rank 6 Wave High King Caesar and the Vice Typhon in the graveyard. We're going to activate its effect to fusion summon Flame High King Genghis. Flame High King Genghis is a spell trap negate on our turn, and it would summon a DD if we had one, but we're just going to use it to summon the MAXX. And we set this Headhunt, and that's the turn. So we also got this cross out. But what I want to talk about here is we got Caesar. That's 2 special summon negates. MAXX, that's going to suck twice. We have Siegfried, which is a targeting spell trap negate, and Headhunt. So that's 6 in-engine disruptions, interruptions, wherever you want to call them. 6 in-engine interruptions plus hand traps. So then we've got 2 extra cards in the hand that just happen to be a cross out and a MAXX. This combo here is going to summon Baron de Fleur. We have a DD Swirl Slime plus a Griffin and any other DD that's not Orthros. So we fusion summon using the Swirl Slime in the hand, putting that Griffin into the graveyard. We want that Griffin in the grave. That way, when we summon it back to the field, we summon it to the field from the grave, it's going to search. We are banishing the Swirl Slime from the graveyard to summon from the hand our other DD, just happens to be another Swirl Slime. That's going to activate the Genghis to special summon a DD from the grave. That's going to be our Griffin. Griffin is searching for a DD card. You could search for DD Headhunt, but we're going to get the Orthros. I like the Orthros going first because what we're going to do right now, we're going to normal summon the Orthros. Here we are. Level 10, Synchro Summon, Baron de Fleur, 5th summon, protecting us from the Biru, and we are now free and clear to combo. 2 DDs, we're going to link summon. We got 2 level 4s. And yeah, by now, you should know where we're going to go with this. I'm going to set the pendulum scales. This is tricky here. I don't play a second Orthros. You could if you want. I just play scale a Griffin and a Ragnarok here. Because the Griffin, you can pop it later if you want to. The Orthros is nice if you have to destroy an opponent's spell or trap. Doesn't happen that much. So here we are, Pendulum Summoning, 2 level 4s. We're going to use both of them to Exceed summon, rank 4 Exceeds, Wave King Caesar. And now we're putting a Marksman King Tell down on top of that, rank 5 Exceeds. King Tell effect, we talked about this before. We're going to detach material, target a monster on the field, reduce its attack by 1,000, then the opponent burns for 1,000. Because we have that Baron de Fleur, we're going to get to use that Baron de Fleur's effect to pop the King Tell, and that keeps a body. Otherwise, we would have used the King Tell and the Gilgamesh to link summon another Gilgamesh. I guess it stays the same. I guess the real benefit is you don't burn through your Gilgameshes. Anyway, King Tell effect, sending to the graveyard Necro Slime effect. We're going to use that to fusion summon, banishing itself and another DD from the grave. I guess we're going to banish the Swirl Slime because that doesn't come up a lot. Flame King Genghis coming down. We're going to activate that Ragnarok effect, summoning from the graveyard our other level 6 Genghis. And nice and simple, we Xyz summon level rank 6 Wave High King Caesar, and we're not going to summon the MAXX because there's no contract for the MAXX to pop. The Gilgamesh has the effect that if it is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, it gets a floating effect where you can cheat out, summon a DD monster from your extra deck. You could cheat out the Curse King Siegfried. So say they lightning storm you, your whole field, all your monsters are gone. Gilgamesh effect floating, that's gonna summon a Curse King Siegfried from the extra deck, just cheat it out, and then you got a spell Trap Negate. So this end board is a Baron de Fleur Omni Negate and 2 Caesar special summon negates. Now I'm sure there's a way that you could have gotten a fusion contract instead and made your level 6 Genghis that way, and maybe you'd then have a live MAXX. So that's something to think about. There's so many different ways to play this deck. That's why I love it. Every game is interesting and fresh. I can play this for hours and hours and hours and always have fun. So I think that really explains why you're going to enjoy playing this deck. Now this play right here, it basically is what you need to defeat Tempai. This is Baron de Fleur plus a Copernicus. There are other options for beating Tempai. It's just popular right now in Master Duel. This video is not about that, so we're not going to delve deeper into that, but just know that there is Dark Contract with Eternal Darkness, I think it is. Something entities. Basically, it makes it so that the opponent can't tribute our monsters, tribute their monsters. They can't synchro summon, they can't Xyz. They could link summon though. I don't think they can fusion. Look that card up, but this isn't about that. Now, this is Baron de Fleur. This is a Baron de Fleur combo plus a Copernicus. For this combo, we are going to need a Swirl Slime and a Griffin plus a Copernicus. But this Kepler is going to give us access to that Copernicus, because the Kepler search for contract, get the Copernicus. So this is what you're used to. Actually, I don't think we've gone over this one before. Swirl Slime, fusion summon with the Griffin in the hand. We're putting the Griffin into the graveyard. That way, when we summon it from the grave later, it's going to get to activate its effect to search. Banish the Swirl Slime from the grave to come forth and summon the Kepler Chain Link 1. This is important right here. There is another DD card on the field, so you want to make sure, you want to be 100% sure that you're activating the second effect of Kepler. The first effect is target one DD card you control, return it to the hand. You definitely do not want to be doing that, so we want to make sure we're activating the second effect. There we go. Chain Link 1 Kepler, Chain Link 2 Griffin, Chain Link 2 Genghis, summoning the Griffin from the graveyard. Let's unwind this chain. Griffin, come forth and summon a Kepler, searching for a contract. Griffin is going to search for a DD card. We're going to get Orthros. You could search Headhunt and use the contract to search for the Orthros, but we're doing this a little different this time. This is the anti-Tempai combo, I believe. Synchro Summon, Baron de Fleur. We still got 2 DDs for our Gilgamesh. Once you link summon Gilgamesh, once you activate the Gilgamesh effect, or you special summon Griffin, that is when you become locked into Fiend monsters or DDs. So now we're going to activate that Dark Contract with the gate, and we're searching for the Copernicus that I was telling you about before. Copernicus is going to allow us to send Necro Slime early. This is actually insane that we have the Orthros as well. The Copernicus is sending the Necro Slime early, replacing the King Tell effect. You saw earlier, you want to use that King Tell if you already have Copernicus. I'm sorry, if you already have the Necro Slime in the grave, you send the patent license to the grave, and then the patent license adds the Orthros back to your hand. But what do we do when we've already got all of that? I think we're gonna send the Typhon to the grave. There isn't really any other options. We look at everything and we don't need anything else. So we're gonna send that Typhon. Typhon effect, fusion summon, banishing itself and another DD as material to summon our level 8 flame high King Genghis. We're gonna banish the Typhon and the King Tell. I say he's got nothing more to tell me about because we already sent everything. Here's our Ragnarok, summoning Griffin from the grave. You do Griffin or the Genghis, either or. You're gonna do the other one after. We're using the Griffin because that's another level 4 that we can use to synchro summon. This triggers the Flame High King Genghis to summon our level 6 Genghis. Our field is full, so now we synchro summon. Cursed King Siegfried is here. And we're going to use the Necro Slime to fusion summon level 6 Genghis, banishing itself and the Copernicus. Level 6 Genghis is here. We're going to use both our level 6s, rank 6 Xyz, for Wave High King Caesar. And this field has a Baron de Fleur, which is Omni Negate, Wave High King Caesar, which is 2 special summon negates. You've got 2 sucks from the MAXX. Did I say Siegfried? Siegfried is 6 plus hand trap, so we got impermanent nip. Now there are ways where, like I was saying, you could have had the headhunt in this combo, but this is more than enough. This is it, our final combo. I'm calling this the Holy Grail combo. We literally have every single name you could want plus more. We have Swirl Slime, Kepler, Copernicus, Griffin, and the Ragnarok. I'm probably gonna have to pause this while we're doing it just to tell you everything about what's going on. So we are going to start this off by fusion summoning using the Swirl Slime in the hand. You're gonna put that Griffin in the graveyard. We talked about that before. You want that Griffin in the grave because when you special summon it back to the field, it's gonna search. You could start this turn off by using the Swirl Slime and the Ragnarok to summon a level 8 Flame High King Genghis, and that would protect your Gilgamesh from an imperm, but this is better. I think this is better. We're going to fusion summon, bring forth the Flame King Genghis. Now Swirl Slime, banish it from the grave so that we can summon from the hand a DD. That's going to be Kepler. Kepler, Chain Link 1, make sure to activate its second effect, not the first effect. We talked about that before. Chain Link 2, Genghis, summon that Griffin from the graveyard. This is that Holy Grail I was talking about before. There's so many different ways you could do it. Because we got the contract, we can use the Griffin to search for the headhunt. This is adding an interruption to our end board. We're gonna get that headhunt. That's a free enemy controller plus an imperm all in one. Dark contract with the gate. We are searching for Orthros. That's gonna allow us to synchro summon Baron de Fleur. We saw it before. Here it is. Come forth. Level 10. Synchro summon Baron de Fleur. You got your 2 other DDs. We're going to use them to link summon Gilgamesh. And as you know, Gilgamesh effect, setting the pendulum scales. Set those scales, scale it up. We are scaling. What do we do here? Because we have the Ragnarok in the hand, it kind of makes things interesting. We're going to scale the Griffin and Tomas. Tomas would be adding the Kepler, and we're going to pendulum summon Griffin and Orthros, as well as the Copernicus in the hand. We're activating the Griffin to discard a Kepler and draw. Copernicus sending from the deck to the graveyard Necro Slime. We're going to keep that Orthros on the field. That way we're going to use it to do a second Synchro Summon later. The Copernicus sending that Necro Slime. Heck it. For why not? To heck with it. We're going to activate that Nightmare Throne. We're going to get Zero King Rage. This doesn't do anything, but, you know, we're just exploring our options, seeing what we can do here, how far we can extend. We're making sure to not use that Orthros for the Xyz summon. Little Caesar's Pizza is here. We're going to take that Little Caesar and rank it up into a Marksman King Tell. I think we're thinking this through right now, but yeah, we're just going to do it. King Tell, we know what it does. Floating effect, but before that, we're going to use its effect to target itself. And that's going to lower a monster's attack by 1,000, and the opponent takes 1,000 burn damage. I'm wondering, why did I Griffin pop? Oh, okay. I used the Griffin effect to pop itself as a pendulum scale. That way I could just clear up the scale to use the Ragnarok later. So I might scale the Ragnarok here, I might not. I think we are going to scale that Ragnarok. So we scale the Ragnarok, and then when we fusion summon using the Necro Slime in the grave, that's going to trigger the Ragnarok. That's going to bring back level 4. Synchro Summon. You know how it goes. I already told you. That's what's going to happen. DD, Necro Slime, Fusion Summon, banish itself, and a DD from the grave. Kepler is gone. Come forth and summon Flame King Genghis level 6. Now we activate that Ragnarok effect. There's things that we have to do here. We have to bring back that level 6 Genghis, but we're gonna first summon Griffin and use the Griffin and the Orthros to Synchro Summon. That's the second Synchro Summon this turn. Now we use the King Tell and the Gilgamesh to summon another Gilgamesh. The King Tell is going to activate and send to the graveyard. We're thinking here, we thought we're adding, but no, we're sending the Typhon. Typhon's effect, we're going to use that to fusion summon in the graveyard, banishing itself and another DD to summon level 8 Flame High King Genghis. Now, because our field is kind of full, we're going to be forced to Xyz summon the MAXX into the extra monster zone. That way we can activate the Genghis effect to summon our other level 6 Genghis from the grave. And now we got our 2 level 6s. Xyz summon, building the overlay network. Wave High King Caesar. So what we're going to do is we're going to understand this board here. This field is a Baron de Fleur with a Curse King Siegfried, so Omni Negate plus a targeting spell Trap Negate, as well as 2 sucks from Caesar. I'm sorry, 2 sucks from the MAXX. A Caesar will negate 2 special summons, 2 effects that would special summon a monster, and we have Headhunt. That's 7 disruptions. Plus the King Rage in the hand, but we searched that, so I don't know if you want to call that. That could be a different card. Oh, I think we searched that off the throne that we drew, so that other card in hand could be a hand trap or imperm, something like that. So yeah, I think that fully covers everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Check out the stream on Twitch. I'm always streaming this deck. So if you have any questions, feel free to come on over there, and I will catch you next time. Peace out.